tell us about your interesting whirlwind courtship and marriage in a very short period of time to Peter Mahone.
So it's Mcmahon.
It's pronounced Mcmahon.
It's like Ed McMahon.
Okay.
I say McMahon, but it's Mcmahon. That's one of the reasons I didn't change my name. I can't pronounce it.
It's just like me.
It's true. Yeah, so I was going through what I write in the book, and I call it the quarter life crisis that a lot of women, I think, go through. I don't know if guys go through it as much. I think they kind of do a little bit now, but women certainly do. That's sort of the age at 25 when you start thinking, wow, everything I dreamed about as a girl is not coming true. I don't even know if I like those dreams anymore, and you can't find any good guys to date except for here in this room. There's probably a lot. But I was in Washington, D.C., and actually one of the things I wrote about in the book about men dating in D.C. was the talk of the town for a couple of days, and I think there were a lot of gym memberships that were sold that weekend when that line came out. Anyway, so I was in a pretty good job on Capitol Hill, but I was getting bored because I had done it for 2.5 years, and actually the 5 is the longest job I've ever held. I was always moving up or moving on, doing something new, and I was starting to think about what that would be, but at the time the leadership on Capitol Hill was your Tom DeLay, Gingrich, Dick Armey types, and it just wasn't my cup of tea. And again, I was for George W. Bush, but I didn't want to go work on the campaign, and because I didn't feel like I didn't think I was going to be, I was risk averse in choosing a candidate, because what if they didn't win, and then I wouldn't have a job, etc. All things that I think now I shouldn't have worried about, but I did at the time. And I got on an airplane to go back. I was on a trip, congressional delegation trip, from Denver to Chicago, D.C. And I was the last. This guy and I were the last 2 people to get on the plane. We were assigned seats next to each other. It was American Airlines, seats 13, A and B, A and C actually, because there's no middle seat, as Peter always reminds me. And I hear this British accent ask me, "Would you like me to put your bag up above?" And I never let my bag go up above because I need it so I have a footrest, because my feet don't reach the floor of any airplane. But I did this quick scan that all women can do. I was like, oh, accent, good looking, no wedding ring. And he had a book, The Tailor of Panama. And so I just asked him about the book, and 2.5 hours later, as we were descending into Chicago, I remember looking out the window saying, okay, Lord, I know I asked you to help me find somebody, but he lives in England. He's 18 years older than me. He's been married twice before. Did I mention he lives in England? Like, this cannot possibly be it, but I was head over heels, and there's a great, it's called Love at First Flight, because I thought that was kind of a cute way to explain it. There's a little twist in that chapter if you get a chance to read it. And the good news is I moved there 9 months later. Lived in England for 10 months. We hightailed it back because, frankly, 10 months of socialism and rain did not suit me very well. And we moved to San Diego together. And my favorite piece of advice in the book is that choosing to be loved is not a career-limiting decision. Got it, younger people? I hear from a lot of younger professionals who, well, I'm going to focus on my career for the next 8 years, and then I will meet somebody, and then I'll have a family. And that's actually the point of my book, is that every time I try to plan something out, God had a better idea in mind and switched things up on me, and it was better for that. And I don't think that I could have done what I've done professionally without my husband. So he is wonderful. Unfortunately, he would have been here tonight, but he's very sick, so yeah, somebody got his seat.